that was stressful, wasn't it? You're watching the press preview. A first look at what is on the front pages then as they arrive. Coming up, we'll see what's making the headlines. Papers in very late, it has to be said, with the Daily Mail's consultant editor Andrew Pearce and the writer and broadcaster Mihir Bose. Welcome to both of you. One in so far. Told you they were late. One at least on the football, or the FT rather. The Metro's coming up a bit later. The FT leads with the British finance technology company Wise and their landmark £9 billion direct listing. See, I told you they were late. Anyway, Mihir Bose and Andrew Pearce are here. Mihir, they have broken their semi-final glass ceiling. It's taken 55 years, but thank goodness it went the right way.
Indeed, it's a fantastic match. I mean, a lot of people felt England had beaten Ukraine so simply, so easily, that it would be an easy match. It was actually a very tough match, and a match where England went behind. And then they won through a penalty that Harry Kane, who normally never misses a penalty, missed and scored. But this is a fabulous night, because in years to come, people will talk about where were you when England finally got to a final of a major international competition, the second one after the World Cup. And, I'll have to say, I was talking to Anna Botting, and with Andrew Pearce, because I had to take my eye off the football to be sure that I didn't miss this. But I think people will talk about that. And this is actually, the monkey's off the back. Football is the national game, bigger than any other game. England have produced sides that have always disappointed. And this side gives the impression, under Gareth Southgate's leadership, and a very, very influential manager, a very far-sighted manager, that England could finally break through and be considered a major footballing power, which they haven't been for a long time. They've made many false promises, but really this time I feel the dawn is coming. Italy will not be easy, but I feel, the dawn is about to break.
I mean, look at the fans there. I don't know if you can see them yet, Andrew, but leaving Wembley. Boris Johnson, has to be said, took quite a lot of stick, even from the likes of the German Chancellor, for the number of fans that he'd let into Wembley for this occasion. But what a night they'll have to go home and remember, apart from the 8,000 or so Danes who were there.
Yeah, look, it's historic. I was on a tube earlier this evening, going north, and this smell of alcohol in my carriage, I was nearly drunk just breathing in the fumes. But the mood, the atmosphere was incredibly buoyant and cheerful. And I didn't know it was possible, Anna, to be quite so emotional about a football match. You know what I know about football. I could write on the back of a shrunken postage stamp. And I found it almost unbearable to watch tonight because of the tension. And when Kane didn't put that penalty in the net, but then got it on the rebound, I thought I was going to faint. It was absolutely fantastic. Well done, the team. You just can see, particularly if they win this tournament, it's going to be a rise to Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, I mean...
Quite right too.
Well, exactly, yes. He's given a level of calm, hasn't he? A man who knows all too well what it's like to go out of one of these tournaments. Mihir, he's put a number of things to bed, hasn't he, with the performance tonight and throughout this competition.
Absolutely. And what he's done, he's guided the team very well. He basically said this is the second semi-final England have been through successive competitions, the Russian World Cup and now here. And he said, no, that is not the limit of our ambition. We've got an Everest to climb. And also throughout this tournament, he's taken controversial decisions. There was early on when England struggled in the group stages, there was a hell of a movement to say Harry Kane should be sacked. He shouldn't be played, or play some other player, play Grealish and so on, And in football, in sport, we all become instant selectors. And, we all have opinions saying we know better than anybody else. But, Gareth Southgate has maintained his composure and he has kept his head, which is not very easy given the noise around him.
Absolutely. First papers in. The Metro wins the competition. We knew they'd always be late. There, a picture of Harry Kane and Phil Foden, another of his decisions. Lots of people thought he should be on the pitch a bit more. Finally there. And that is the point, isn't it? That we just don't get into finals. 55 years, 1966. We all know the history of that. We've been singing the songs for as long as we can remember, Andrew. Finally, literally, we're in a final.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, I was born in 1961, but I'm afraid I don't remember the World Cup final in 1966. I don't even know if we had a television to watch it on, to be honest. But it's a bit like 1066, the Battle of Hastings. Everybody knows the date that England won the World Cup because it's the only time we've won a football tournament, an international football tournament. We all know it was 1966, it was 4-2, and Geoff Hurst got a hat-trick. I think Geoff Hurst was somewhere very close to Gareth Southgate tonight. Mihir will know more about this than me, but they wheeled him out as like a lucky mascot. Well, let's wheel him out again on Sunday night against Italy. And I think now they've beaten Denmark, I think they're going to win because from what I read about the match last night, Italy were lucky to win.
Yeah, many people thought it should have been Spain. Go on, Mihir. Final 30 seconds to you.
But I think Italy will be a difficult proposition. Italy is a good team, but I think with the faith England have shown, with the ability they've shown, and the belief they've shown, I think England will win. And I hope England will win because before the tournament began, I put my money on England. So
well done, you.
So I want William Hill to pay out.
Yeah, well...
What odds did you get? What odds did you get?
I got odds of 6-1, which I thought were very good odds, Andrew.
Well, we can talk a bit more about that, can't you? Because we're seeing you at the 11. We've got loads to talk about, more fans' reaction, no doubt, more of those pictures. The bars are emptying, Wembley is emptying, but everyone has to do it all again, obviously, on Sunday.